Greetings, mortals, peers, and queers. Uh, I got a fun one today. And by fun, I mean not fun at all. The House Republicans all voted against neo Nazi probe of the military and police. Because, who needs to wear the mask? They've dropped that. They're just going to be open and out and proud with the fact that they support Nazis. So let's get into it, shall we? The House has approved an amendment to the National Defense Authorization Act to compel government officials to prepare a report on combating white supremacists and neo-Nazi activity in the police and military, despite every Republican voting against the measure. The amendment was sponsored by Representative Brad Schneider, was passed by a 218 to 208 party line vote Wednesday. All 208 votes against the amendment came from House Republicans, one of whom described it as Orwellian. Because of course they did. No, don't stop us from don't look into all that Nazi activity. That's where all of our supporters come from. Don't look into that. That would hurt us. The Schneider Amendment called for the FBI, the Department of Homeland Security, and the Secretary of Defense to publish a report that sets out ways to combat white supremacist and neo-Nazi activity in the uniformed services and law enforcement agencies. Quote, no later than 180 days after the enactment and 6 months thereafter. So they're given 6 months and then a year after that. Or 6 months first in the 180 days and then 6 months thereafter. The amendment called for a total number of people who were discharged from the military or police because of their links or support of far-right extremism to be published. The amendment also states that the report the government is being asked to write should detail how agency leaders respond to planned or effectuated incidents connected to white supremacist or neo-Nazi activity, according to a report on the Hill. Quote, we just voted to combat neo-Nazis in our military, and every single Republican voted no, tweeted New Jersey Democrat Congressman Bill Parcell after the amendment was passed. Speaking on the House floor, Schneider noted how the U.S. has seen a surge in domestic extremism incidents, such as the deadly 2017 neo-Nazi Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, and a mass shooting in the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh 2018. He also highlighted a report published in May from the Defense Counterintelligence and Security Agency entitled The Insider Threat and Extremist Activity Within the DoD, the Department of Defense, which detail examples of military personnel being found to have held extremist views. Quote, such behavior and such extremism is a threat to all of us in all segments of society. There's no reason to believe that our military is any different, Schneider said during the debate on the House floor. These are exceptions, but they are rare. But we must do everything we can to identify them and thwart them before risks become a reality. Arizona GOP Congressman Andy Biggs was one of the people who spoke out against the amendment, describing it as Orwellian. He says, quote, the amendment attempts to create a problem where none exists, requesting investigations into law enforcement armed services for alleged rampant white supremacist and white national sympathies. Again, in the literal last quote we just read, it's rare, but we still need to deal with it. The House is now expected to pass the full NDAA when it is passed to the Senate, where it could be stripped down, unfortunately. In December 2021, the Pentagon issued new guidelines on activities that qualify as extremism amid concerns that service members took part in the January 6th Capitol attack. The update included supporting the overthrow of the government and liking and sharing extremist views on social media. Last February, the Pentagon released another report warning of the prominence of white supremacist ideology in the military. The report, first obtained by roll call, detailed one case in Florida, a National Guard member who was part of a neo-Nazi group and bragged in an online forum that with other white supremacists that he was, quote, 100% open about everything, end quote, regarding his far-right support of his colleagues during his training. They know all about it, and they love me too because I'm a funny guy, he wrote. So this is terrifying, and this is yet again another episode of me documenting the steady fall of our democracy. Follow me for more daily videos. If you want to debate me, I have a Discord. You want to support me, I have a Patreon. And with that horrifying bit of news, I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.